Welcome and/or welcome back to Binge Worthy, the show. The question is to binge or not to binge.
Today we're reviewing Game of Thrones Season 5.
Let's do it. Arya, the easy one, on the boat to Bravos. Jon Snow, what was he doing?
Stannis.
He was dealing with Stannis and Mance Rayder. The death of Tywin. They were recoiling from that. And Daenerys has a newly freed city to look after. This is often regarded as the weakest season of Game of Thrones. Let's just talk about the plot, different areas real quick. King's Landing. The main plot that was going on in King's Landing was, of course, the High Sparrow coming to power and just the Faith Militant in general.
Yeah.
And I'm just, again, dealing with Marjorie, Tommen, and all that. What are your thoughts there?
For me, it felt like it came out of nowhere.
Came out of nowhere?
And, because, where were these people?
Yeah.
1 through 4.
Lancel just comes out of nowhere.
It felt, so out of nowhere. And I didn't like it.
Right.
I hated High Sparrow and all that was going on.
Do you dislike the plot entirely, or do you just not like what kind of hate are we talking here?
More so
you think he's a bad character and a bad plot, or do you just does it agitate you what is happening?
A little bit of both.
Okay, all right.
Because I don't know, it doesn't really make sense to me. A little bit what the motivation is,
right?
As far as all that goes, I know Cersei kind of brought him into stuff happening
to deal with Marjorie,
and then I don't know, it was just
So my thing with the High Sparrow is I'm kind of half and half. I kind of like how he shakes things up. He is a completely different type of antagonist than we have seen thus far. He shows up in King's Landing, and no one ever comes to King's Landing. There was the Battle of Blackwater, completely repelled though. So he shows up in the middle of King's Landing and has the voice of the people behind him.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of shaking things up. It is not a war. It's not White Walkers. It's something completely new that they don't really know how to deal with. From that point, I like it. From the other point, again, yeah, you're right. It came out of nowhere. So there's that.
Had they hinted at it previously and him kind of make moves or whatever before, then I'd be more okay with it. But it was just completely, I don't even remember seeing this dude before.
You did not.
So,
except for in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
The North. So we start off, of course, with Stannis dealing with Mance Rayder and the wildlings he caught.
His role in the North was kind of outside of him wiping all of them out. It was kind of irrelevant.
It was a rough season for Stannis.
Yeah. And when he was in the North, he didn't really do anything.
I mean, he was already looking rough. Iron banked it. Stannis really just takes it the most in this series. I like his ending. Although, man, seeing Shireen burn, that makes me so sad. Because her and Sir Davos just have the best relationship. You hate his wife.
Yeah.
His wife sucks.
His wife.
How'd you feel about the resolving of the conflict between Brienne and Stannis? I think it was weak.
It was kind of weak.
I think there could have been more there.
That was basically the only person she wanted to kill. That was her motivation.
Yeah.
She wanted to kill her.
Yeah.
And it happened in 15 seconds. There was he didn't even know who she was till she said it. He was already wounded.
I did like how Stannis is all about, duty. He never had time for true love in his life or anything like that, brotherly love, whatever. He was all about duty. And, he comes to his end and he's like, okay, you felt that I wronged you and your king, and that you have an honor to uphold as you pledge to be his protector. So, just, kill me. That's your job. Do your job, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna hinder your work. Go on. I'm right here. Mance Rayder goes down. Tormund agrees to save his people with Jon Snow in a begrudging alliance. They go to, all of the Night's Watch members are pretty PO'd at him. He becomes Lord Commander. Short-lived.
Jon Snow. That just kind of got messed up by the White Walkers, which was awesome.
It got real messed up.
So that's about all really that happened with them.
Littlefinger. Everything he was manipulating this. Littlefinger and the Boltons. We can tie them together almost.
Littlefinger, he is everywhere. He needs to sit down. I think he's very good at surviving, I think. Very good at like sneaking out of like situations.
He is a much more like whereas Varys is almost like a defensive kind of guy. I think he's more of an attacker. They're both sly, sneaky, know how to play the game well. But he's more offensive. He's more like seeking power. Whereas Varys is just kind of, you know, when an opportunity presents itself,
then
it comes his way.
I don't like him.
Ramsay Bolton. Roose Bolton.
They need to go away and die.
They're bad people.
They are bad people. I hate them.
Yeah, Ramsay really got into it, although his lady love died. Miranda.
Yeah, I kind of...
was a psycho.
She was very crazy. But Boltons, they are...
Joffrey ain't got nothing on Ramsay.
No.
Ramsay is psychopath.
Like, Joffrey wanted to be
yeah.
what Ramsay is.
Ramsay's out there. There's a little tension rising as far as the newborn son goes. Sansa kind of planted that seed.
You think he'll do... I mean, I don't know why I'm asking you, but... I don't know. I was like, you think you was going to do something about that? It wouldn't surprise me if he just, like, stab his stepmom.
Gotcha. And, of course, the kind of climax of that situation, he wipes out Stannis, but his new wife and his slave boy escape.
My boy Theon.
You really like Theon.
Yeah.
Even though the last time we discussed Theon, you hated him.
Because like I want him to be somebody that I like.
Right. The faceless men.
I don't even know. Like that's how I don't even know.
It's really confusing. Did it? Okay, so you were really excited to see Jack and Nagar come back.
Yes.
What do you?
I still like him.
You still like it?
Like I'm so interested in everything that's happening, even though I have no idea what's happening.
Right.
I'm like so focused, and like I still have no idea.
It's really hard to understand what's going on with the faceless men.
Yeah, because they're like
pulling
junk out of like.
Oh yeah, the phases. They got Mission Impossible masks, but like infinite.
No. It's so weird, but I like it.
So you're happy with what they've done with Jag and Hagar?
He is... Well, because then it's like, who is he? He's so... Okay, just for, like, sake of... He is very different from...
Yeah.
Who he was.
He's a lot more pensive and reserved and more spiritual now, I think.
Yeah. The Sand Sisters were kind of weak for me.
I don't like some of the Sand... I like the most beautiful woman in the world, though.
Yeah.
She's got some personality to her.
The
other two suck. I mean, the other two were just really like awful.
Yeah.
But I like her. She's cool. And like, man, do I ship her with Bronn.
Bronn is my man, dude. I swear, I like him. I enjoyed it because like I like Bronn, and then of course my man Jamie is growing on me still.
Yeah.
So
Jamie's pretty great, man.
Like those two together, I like it. The Lannisters are getting it rough.
The Starks had in the beginning. Now it's the Lannisters.
Now it's the Lannisters.
Just one after the other. Yeah, that was rough because I like Myrcella, man.
Yeah, she was cool,
but
she didn't seem like Cersei's daughter.
No, she was Jaime's daughter, but like new Jaime, not old Jaime.
Not old Jaime. And
then, how'd you feel about the Sons of the Harpy?
See, I don't even know. There were so many of them all the time. They were coming out of nowhere. And I was like, y'all need to chill. And then my man died.
Oh, Sir Barristan son. Yeah, that was sad.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool though. Like him and Grey Worm going hard.
They were wrecking him. But I don't know what the Sons of Heartbeat, like, what are they doing? What are they on?
I don't know what their goal is.
What do you want?
They're killing masters, slaves.
They're literally just stabbing everyone.
They're stabbing everything. They're stabbing each other.
You love the dragons. You gotta love the dragons.
You finally get to see a dragon in action.
Yeah. When the other two were like chained up and they like brought in and they like lit the dude on fire
and ate him.
Yeah, that was cool. I like that better than when the dude when
it showed up in the arena.
Yeah,
I understand that. The arena scene
kind of forced.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I knew they weren't gonna die because they can't die,
but they get surrounded, so you're like, well, something's gotta happen.
Well, like, yeah, and like there's something's gotta happen, and we saw that dragon earlier.
And I think at that point, the pyrotechnics and just choreography, a lot like with the people getting burned and the whole battle, it was weak as far as choreography goes. Like,
it felt more like season 1.
Yeah,
like just things kind of
setting up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think season 1 sets up for the other 3, and you get that whole kind of political thing going up. You get the whole political issues, and then this, I think, is transitioning to what's going to be a more action-based series. Characters. What characters we like this season?
Jon Snow. Tyrion's always good. Bronn's good.
We didn't talk about that in plot. Oh my god.
Yeah, Jon Snow.
He died.
That was.
How'd you feel about that scene?
Listen, I was pretty upset.
I was looking at your face, but I wasn't reading much emotion.
I was pretty upset. At first, I was like, okay, he's gonna get out of this. And they kept stabbing. I was like, can you stop stabbing? I was like, he's had enough. We get it.
And then just.
That was trash.
I don't know who I like this season. Really.
I don't think there's anybody.
There's not a lot of character work going on.
No, anybody stand out that I would
like Marjorie.
Yeah,
not just because she's very attractive either. I liked her this season. I think they did a lot of work with her this season. Weirdly enough, compared to all the other characters. Arya.
Arya was kind of
not a big fan of Arya. Sansa, Littlefinger, Theon. I love Theon, man. I always love seeing Theon.
He finally came in.
There's some good acting going on there.
Yeah.
Like, they're just like, we need you to cry to the point where your eyes are almost bulging out of your head at all times.
And he does it.
Yeah.
He does a really good job.
Yeah.
Especially like him and Sansa doing their thing, talking about family and junk. I was like, man, this is
Rob. I miss Rob.
My man Rob. But there's no one stand out for me.
Dislike characters. Alaria Sand.
Yep.
The other 2 Sand sisters.
Yep.
That totally could have been done away with.
Still don't like Cersei. Even though she didn't piss me off as much this season.
I like Cersei's character arc this season, though.
She's going through something.
Yeah. I mean, of course you hate Cersei, but I think they did good with her character this season.
She loves her son.
Yeah.
And she shows it.
I like Tommen and Marjorie.
Mm-hmm. One thing I want to say about Cersei and the whole, like, walk of shame thing. Like, I've always wanted, ever since the beginning, I wanted Cersei to get hers.
Yeah.
But, like...
You felt bad?
I didn't really feel bad. I just wasn't, like...
Okay.
I mean, I didn't like...
This is a little biased, but as far... I'm going to have an honorable mention to favorite characters just because of what I know. Robert Strong, Gregor Clegane, the Mountain. Oh my god! He becomes 100 times better. You have no idea.
I hate Ramsay.
I love Ramsay.
Like, I like his character. Like,
I mean...
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I love just how evil, and that we talked about this again recently with whether or not a good villain is one that thinks he's doing the right thing. Ramsay does not think he's doing the right thing, but Ramsay is a great villain.
He is.
So, weak characters. Anything you didn't like?
Maybe Arya.
Yeah. Arya's character was weak.
That I mean, if I had to pick, I think I'd pick her.
Least favorite character? Least favorite character is Hilaria for me.
Yeah, not my least favorite character. Yeah, but like as far
as like a weak kind of arc, yeah, I get that. Favorite episode?
Easily.
Yeah.
Episode 8.
Episode 8. Hard Home. That's a good one. Okay.
It's a good one. White Walk.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I have to agree with you on that one. I'm not sure I think Hard Home is the best episode in the series. But we'll get to that later. But it does have one of my favorite moments in the series, and that is the clashing of the Valyrian steel sword against the Walker's sound design. Amazing sound design there. It's like this weird little vibration of, I don't know, but it was awesome. And they're like looking at each other. Even the White Walker's like, what?
What just happened?
Overall thoughts on the season?
Not my favorite.
No.
But not my least favorite. I think, I don't remember what
you still like this better than 1?
Yes. Okay. But it's like after 1.
It might be my least favorite so far. It might be better than 1. I'm not sure. I mean, 1 had Rob in it.
Yeah.
And Khal Drogo.
Yeah. But this got Hard Home.
It does have Hard Home in it.
I don't even remember what I gave the first season.
I don't know, probably like a 7.
I think I gave it a 7.
I'm inclined to give this season a 7.
I'm giving it like a 7.5.
Okay.
Like slightly better than season
1. So that'll put us at a 7.25, which is our lowest for Game of Thrones. So 7.25 is our official Toasty Show rating of Game of Thrones Season 5. Now, here's a tricky question.
Is it to binge?
To binge or not to binge? I don't know.
This might... No.
It might not be to binge.
Maybe like the second half. Some of the second half. But no, I don't think it is to binge.
Yeah, I gotta say it's not to binge.
I didn't have a good as time watching this season as I did the other seasons.
No. I guess it's true what the fans think. I mean, it's probably the worst season of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Maybe number 1 is, but it's a weaker season, definitely. If you want to continue to follow our reviews of each season of Game of Thrones, we have 2 more, and then we're going to give some predictions about what we think is going to happen in Season 8 and the outcome of the show as a whole. Click on our playlist. You can find Season 1 through 4 there, and you can find a whole bunch of other TV show reviews, such as Lost, and we got to get back on Lost.
Yeah, I like Lost.
Lost, The Office, Walking Dead, all the others. Subscribe, please. If you're not already, let a friend know. If your friend likes Game of Thrones, send them our way, because we want to talk to them about Game of Thrones. That being said, have a good day. Have a good day. And stay toasty.